decided, or I don't know by design or not, but they decided to go ahead and take both of those options away. So you see that the dive back was covered as well as the quarterback. So they're stacking up and covering that run and doing a good job of it. Now it's a pass play.
And pressure's coming up the middle, and Armstrong Brown's going to go down again. As right now the Menlo defense seems to be just a little bit more motivated to get to the quarterback than Justin Siena is in protecting that quarterback.
Well, and you know what you can do now is you can kind of put your ears back, and the rushers can go right after the because it's long yardage and very short time. So
and they try and take advantage of that aggressiveness with the screenplay there. Menlo again swarms quickly. He did pick up about 7 yards on the play, but it was 3rd and long.
Well, that's a play that Menlo runs on their offense. We've talked about it, flanker screens and also screens to Bo. But the defense was stacked and ready for it, so it brings up a 4th and long.
Punt formation here for the Braves. Low line drive punt's going to be taken at the 50 by Jordan Williams, and they're going to have great field position again as Jordan is tripped up as he gets up a little bit frustrated as he saw a little bit more daylight if he would have been able to break free of that tackle.
Well, when the kick is a short, long, or low line drive, you can go ahead and outkick your coverage, and in a way that sometimes happens. So Jordan had a good return and gives Menlo an opportunity here with over 4.5 minutes to go to punch it down and maybe get another score.
Shotgun for Wickers. Looking deep down the field, right side man wide open, incomplete, as an excellent job by the defender that time, closing quickly as it was intended for Philip Anderson, and it was broken up at the last second.
Well, Menlo's going in a sense, for it all right here. And as you mentioned, I think Philip gets his hands on it, but then it's knocked out at the last second by a good defensive play. Option to the short side.
Option for Wickers, and he pitches it to Bo Nichols, and Bo lowers the shoulder as we've seen him do so many times.
Well, what Menlo has is they're looking at the defense, I think, and I don't say it's an automatic or it's an adjustment that they're making, but when they see a certain defense, they're going to run away from where there's less or fewer players, I believe.
Pass right, Benton got it at the 15, and he's wrapped up quickly.
We'll see where his forward progress is, though, because it's very close to the first down. He's tackled back here on, 3 or 4 or 5 yards back from where he caught it, but I think he's going to be very close to the first, yeah.
Wickers, 5-step drop, and he'll pass it to Nichols out of the backfield, and Bo Nichols goes untouched into the end zone for the touchdown.
So you see the back slip out. Bo has done that to the right and then to the left. Wickers gains a little bit more time. That's why he's dropping further back. That allows Bo to get out into his route. The quarterback can then see that it's opened up, deliver the ball on time, and net result is another touchdown. So Menlo's kind of in control here.
Offsides against Menlo.
Well, maybe somebody moved before must have moved before the snap of the ball. Usually on an extra point, there's no snap count. It's just you're watching the center snap the ball, and somebody must have flinched or somebody moved to get a better look at the ball, and they got called for it. But move it back 5, they can still make it. So no harm, no foul.
Kick is away. 3.5 minutes to go here in the opening half of play. And they'll do
a little reverse.
And Menlo was there initially. Now there's more room for the Braves as Foley has it up to the 28.
Well, that was a nice, again, a little bit of trickery, although Foley is down. I hope he's not seriously injured here. A little trickery, and, you can do these types of things on your kick game. And the Blanchard starts up and then gives a reverse and handoff. Menlo misses a tackle, and that gains probably 10 to 15 more yards. And it looks like there may be a little bit of a problem with his knee or ankle.
1st and 10, and another marker down.
I think that's going to be against Justin Siena. Yes. So somebody jumped the snap count, so we'll see what happens here. It's 1st and 15. They make it a little bit harder on themselves.
And they'll lose a couple yards on that first down play.
Well, see, what happens is when you're doing this, it's a decision by the quarterback usually, and it looks like there was a problem with the running back and the quarterback making that disconnect. There's a play-action pass.
That one's incomplete as well, so it'll be third down now and long for the Braves, as things were tight early in this one, but Menlo has kind of opened things up in a big way here in the second quarter.
They have, and making it the long yardage situation, Justin Siena is forced to pass. Not something they would normally want to do, and Menlo can go ahead and rush. And
nice job by Armstrong
right.
Brown as he scrambles as much as he can. It's still going to be fourth down, and we go back, Ray, to that return kickoff right after Justin Siena had scored to tie the game, and Jordan Williams returned it for a score. And you talk about how that's changed the progress of this game. Menlo has not looked back since then.
Well, that, and then actually Menlo's defense made a big play because on the ensuing kickoff, Justin Siena ran it back 60, 65 yards, and then did not get any score. You know, if they could have gone ahead and scored, it would have made it a much closer, tighter game. But you know, Menlo's defense stopped them, and then Menlo's offense has obviously made some big plays. Now the Braves are hurting themselves with penalties, but we'll see what, with under 2 minutes to go, we'll see what Menlo tries to do here.
That pass to the far side was incomplete.
Just off the outstretched hands, and thrown exactly where you want it to be thrown.
Tim Benton dropped that. He didn't make a miraculous catch that time.
Well, but you threw it where you wanted it to be, where your man could catch it, or can't be intercepted. So, and then another nice play here. Jordan is catching it going out to the outside. We've seen that play, 3 or 4 times. Good throw, good catch, and then out of bounds, which stops the clock. So Menlo's kind of practicing their 2-minute offense right here.
First and 10, ball at the 37. Wickers, quick drop pass out to the right is incomplete.
Well, what Justin Siena has to try and do, I think, is put a good pass rush on, and if they can do that, that would help their defensive, their coverage. Always a good pass rush is the best thing against a good passer. So
Wickers now throwing left side, and that is incomplete. So a couple plays in a row just off the fingertips of the intended receiver.
But again, thrown where it should be, out of harm's way, so it cannot be intercepted. If your man doesn't catch it, it's not going to be a turnover against you.
So that'll bring up third down here for the Knights. 3 receivers to the near side. Wickers pumps once, now looks right side, incomplete, intended for Benton. And it looked like he ran into the defensive back a little bit there, Ray, and that might have cost him the step.
Well, that's that double move. He starts to the inside, they get a ball fake, and then throw it to the outside. And, in high school, you don't have that, the same types of penalties you have in the pros. So no call, and that was fine.
Over the middle, that one is complete down to the 30.
But I don't think it's going to be enough for the first.
It is going to be short of the first down. So a nice defensive stop by Justin Siena.
And this is one of the rare times that I've seen Menlo make the catch but not make the necessary yardage. It was well defended, as you said. And usually you catch the ball, you try to make it, Philip Anderson gets it, try to make it right near the sticks. But I think in this case, just short.
So with 1 minute to go here in the second quarter, Justin Siena takes over, and Menlo's defense right now is all over the place, as that time it was Spencer Buja who got in there and really put a hit on Armstrong, and he went down quickly.
And so we see the difference here when you get a good pass rush against the passer and you still have tight coverage, it's hard for the offense to be successful. So nice job defensively by Menlo. They've got that lead. They're protecting the lead. And so now what they're hoping to do is have a time expire, use a lot of time. They'll give up some yardage but not allow the time.
And Justin Siena will allow this second quarter time to run out. So you can't complain much about a 35-7 lead as you head into the break for the Menlo Knights. So it should be An interesting second half. Menlo will come out and try and stay solid on offense. We'll bring it to you here on CCSA. Second half action about ready to get underway here from Justin Siena as Menlo has a 35-7 lead. And one thing we caught a quick glimpse of there at the end of that half, Ray, was Dylan Mayer on the sideline for Menlo. We saw him leave last week with a scary injury. It's good to see him up and moving around, and things look pretty good for Dylan. So that's good news, and it's been all good news here so far at Justin Siena as Menlo will start out on defense up 35-7.
Kicking the ball in the end zone is always a plus, making the offense go 80 yards now.
And on first down, Justin Siena will air it out, and it's a completion on first down for Marcus Armstrong Brown, who's had a pretty good first half. He's had to deal with a lot of pressure from the Menlo defense, which is never an easy thing to do, especially for an option quarterback, as it puts a lot of pressure on your decision making, and you got to do it quickly as there's not much time.
Blitz.
Well, they snapped the ball, and nobody from Justin Siena moved.
Well, I think the center must have snapped the ball, a second early, or on the first count when it was really supposed to be on 2, because Menlo comes through and makes the play. Now, as a quarterback, what you want to try and do is not, just take the sack and not give up the ball. So you lost it down, so they're going to need to convert on 3rd and 10.
Quarterback's going to keep it this time, and he dances to the outside, makes a man miss, but does go down, and it'll be a 4th down here for the Braves.
Well, that's where you would like to run. You would like to run right at that angle going towards the sideline, because then the defense of the pursuit is coming to get you. Uh-oh, he's injured too.
Oh, we saw Marcus kind of go down awkwardly there, and
that's too bad. And
walking off gingerly.
Don't like to see any injuries, so we'll see if he comes back to this game or not. But again, you want to go ahead and run to the sideline, so it makes it a little more difficult for the defense to get to you. Should have excellent field position. That's Menlo in this case.
Tim takes it at the 46 and brings it back up about the 50-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Menlo Knights, now back on offense, already up by 28 points.
And as we mentioned, it'll be a short field just over the 50, or it depends on forward progress where they mark it, but almost in 4-down territory here. They're running the option, and they
pitch it to Nichols. Flag comes in from the far side. Bo, another excellent run.
Well, again, I think because of the defense, what Menlo is seeing, they're putting 3 men on one side and then running back to that short side. If the quarterback is taken, as he was, then you pitch the ball, and there's no one there to take the pitch man. If they take the pitch man, the quarterback keeps it, and he would just go ahead and run up the field. So it's I think by alignment, it looks like Menlo has a pretty good play going here. And naturally, when you get the ball to Bo, he's going to put his head down. He's going to make people miss and put his head down and make a good yardage. So. And
it was a holding penalty
right.
that brought him way back here. So 1st down and about 20 now. Screen pass is incomplete. Good defense that time by the Braves, as looked like Brandon Weaver was the nearest Justin Siena player to that one.
Yeah, and they read that very well. Nice play. And on 1st and long, you can almost anticipate a long play or a screen. So here is a pass to that man.
Quick pass to Tim Benton, and he's got a 1st down, and they move the chains, as that might have been just a read there, quarterback and wide receiver. They saw that opening, and it wasn't a big opening, as how the linebacker was right there, but right. Tim hauls it in for a 1st down.
Well, that's who you're reading. If the secondary is off, you've got to read the underneath man, the linebacker in most cases. And Wheeler does a good job of getting the ball in, looking again.
Incomplete behind Philip Anderson just a little bit, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
But right read. The first thing he does is he looks to the left. It's not there. Then he comes back to his man over the middle, and they'll get that down as the season goes on. I think you'll see that play be very successful for Menlo. Oh, looked like 2 men were going to move that time. Man
in motion's Chris Reed, and flags come in.
They do not have enough men on the line of scrimmage. It's an illegal formation by Menlo. You need 7 men on the line of scrimmage. They only have 6. You don't see it here, but on that press box view, you could see that that was not the right formation. So I think they'll take the penalty, which they do.